Good Tuesday morning. I'm Carly Boyette.
Thank you so much for joining us. I am Natalie Taylor, and this morning we thought we would serve up, literally with our gloves,
We're ready.
Some native-inspired food and spirits.
Yeah, Ulele celebrates the vibrant fusion of ingredients from Florida waters and land, once home to many Native Americans, including the young Princess Ulele. Chef Eric Lackey is their executive chef and joins us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, it depends. You tell me I'm going to work. I'm literally cooking with you, so I'm
you're going
to
to do the work. I'm just going to kind of coach you along.
We're so excited to have you on the show this morning. This is one of a truly unique restaurants, I think, out of the entire Bay Area. Such a cool location now. Riverwalk, we hear, it's done. It's ready to go, right?
It is, and we've, the water taxis come. Yeah. We're right on the park, beautiful landscape, and
and nice, delicious food.
I'll say beautiful food.
Well,
I'll say, and I'm very intrigued by what the side item is. But first, let's start with the main item. What are we going to be making today?
So we're going to be doing a Florida pompano pan-seared. We're going to serve it with a sun-dried tomato shallot cream, some crispy fried carrot ribbons, and some steamed green beans and fresh garlic.
Carrot ribbons.
I didn't know
you could do such a thing.
They look like sweet potatoes to me. That's what I thought they were.
Yeah, real easy. Just peel some carrots, nice little seasoned flour, nice hot oil. Just kind of fry them up, and it's a good little snack.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get you started to make sure that we get it all in. But I want you to touch base on kind of what the restaurant is, the ingredients that you guys are using, because it really is. It's a great. If someone's looking for a Florida restaurant, this is it.
We are that. We just kind of go with. Well, first we're going to start with a little oil here in the pan because we're going to get this nice and hot to go with the fish, and then we're going to put a little bit here to go with our green beans. But our theme is just basically thinking native inspired. What was here in Florida? What does every chef have great access to? We have citrus, we have produce, we have seafood, we have steak. There's so much beef in Florida as well. One of the programs we have is we raise our own cattle.
Do you really?
We do, and we have a brewery, so all of our grains from our brewery feed our cattle. So we're trying to keep everything here and be sustaining and doing
That's
the right thing.
what people are looking for too these days. That's what I think is so cool. Don't you feel like your people are coming in and asking for that?
Oh, I definitely do. Plus, it's a great product.
Yeah.
And we have a great thing. As a chef, I'm very fortunate to be here. So.
Well, I'll say as a talk show host, I'm very fortunate to be able to eat this. So I would say, go ahead and dive in and start.
What we're going to do is we're going to start with a little bit of the pompano here, and I'm going to do this part so I don't want you to get burned. So then we're going to go ahead and get.
That's very nice of you, Chef. Thank you.
We're going to go ahead and get this into the seasoned flour, and then right into this hot oil right here. So you can see you just want that oil nice. You don't want it too hot because you don't want it to burn. This fish cooks very quickly. It's very light and mild.
Is this a good beginner fish? If someone is just kind of sampling?
Without a doubt, it's very mild. It's very simple. Then as well, we're going to do our little bit of rice, and we're going to do a little beans. So we're going to start off. We're going to put a little bit of just a vegetable stock. A lot of our ingredients we use are all natural, grilled fresh. A lot of our menu is vegetarian friendly, vegan friendly, things like that. So that's something we like to offer to all of our guests, as it just kind of naturally molded that way.
Can you explain the name Ulele, by the way? I know some people probably struggle saying it. Do you get a lot of combined?
So Ulele was a Native American daughter from the Tocobaga tribe, Chief Hirahigwa, and the spring that sits on our property is named Ulele, so the restaurant was named after that.
Okay. Isn't there a statue of her too?
There is a beautiful statue. It's got water surrounding it that pulls from the spring and returns back in.
It's a beautiful location.
So I'm going to have you take a little bit of garlic. You can throw just a pinch in this pan
just
right
a pinch,
here.
Not the whole thing.
Not the whole thing. Just a good pinch. And then we'll get that in there, and then we'll just get that garlic kind of browning a little bit. And I'm going to have you just keep an eye on this fish. Just give it a kind of a little move around every minute. It won't take much longer than that. Now go ahead and take a nice little handful of green beans and throw in there.
I love green beans. There is nothing better. And there's so many different ways to cook them and saute them.
There is. So we're just going to let those go down in there for a minute. And now we got our vegetable stock heating here. So what we're going to do is let that come up while this cooks.
Okay, am I going to have to flip here?
You are going to in a minute for sure.
He is really taking me outside my comfort zone today.
I am.
I am not the cook in my marriage, if you forget.
Well, you will be after this.
Oh,
at least this dish.
Got to let me know when I flip, too.
I will.
The pressure's on.
The pressure is on. So we got our fresh green beans going here. We have our pompano. We have our stock. So it's pretty simple so far. I have what we have here is a nice blend of brown organic whole grain rice, and then wild rice. So we cook the two separately, and then we blend them together because they cook at different times.
Tricky.
Wild rice is very hard to cook. It cooks for much longer. Then we blend the two with some fresh vegetables. And then now once you have this is something you can have in your fridge ready, like you could have your beans steamed, so you have a lot quicker of a build. So we're gonna put a little vegetable stock down in the pan, bring it up. Now what we're gonna do is just we're gonna add this rice right into this, like that. So then this way, when it's time for dinner, you can have some of these things done. Just gonna do this. We're gonna let it heat up in that nice vegetable stock. So you can probably go ahead and turn, just gently give it a nice little.
I don't know if
You can do it.
You got
Good
that.
job.
Hey.
Perfect.
Well, and I like this tip of putting vegetable stock in the rice because sometimes rice has a tendency to dry out.
It definitely does. So when you do this, as well as you're rehydrating the rice, and you can have a nice batch of it ready in your fridge. So if you want to do it for a meal or two, you have it ready. So then our green beans here are looking real good.
They're smelling real good.
Yeah.
Great, great. So now we're just probably 2 minutes away from everything being done.
How are we cooking those carrots over there? Is this
I'm
something you can
fascinated.
attempt to do at home, or do we leave it to the pros?
No, you totally could. So you would either need maybe like a little tabletop fryer or a nice little pot with some oil.
Okay.
You would take your carrots and then you would use your peeler and you would long peel them. So you'd get those nice wide strips of carrot all the way down. So basically just making ribbons, as we would say. And then you take some seasoned flour, kind of like what we had for the fish. It's just flour and some seasoning. You kind of fold them in. You get the carrots a little bit wet with some water so the flour will stick.
Oh, okay.
Then you roll them in there and then you just kind of flash fry them until they get golden brown. Pull them out, put them on a little bed of like a paper towel or something to draw any excess grease.
Well, I love that it's like a healthy option. I mean, I know you're still technically kind of frying it, but it's better than fries, and it gives you still some vegetables that you're...
Without a doubt. And also along with that, you could use cornstarch. So if you were gluten intolerant, you could use cornstarch to get them crispy.
Cool.
And it's definitely a good way to get some sort of vegetable in on the dish
And
as
kids
well.
would like those too.
Yeah,
They're not eating,
definitely.
they don't know they're eating
Definitely.
carrots.
So
Well,
now,
you take it away because we
I'll
are
just say-
running out of time. So I
No
hope we've got
problem.
time to see the finished product here.
no problem. So we got a little bit of white wine.
Oh,
I'm gonna get that little white wine in like that.
Woo! Love
There
it.
we go. Now this fish is basically done, so we're gonna do a quick plating. So now we're gonna let
This is an art, right?
This is an art. So I'm gonna go ahead and have you take a nice spoonful of rice right in the
Okay,
center of the
okay.
plate there.
All right, we are like really out of time. We got to hurry. So here's a little rice.
A little rice.
This is the quick version. I'm sure it's going to look
little
much better at Ulele. You have a fantastic vibe at your restaurant.
Thank you.
The meal's just as good.
A little bit of the sauce around the bottom of the plate.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna pull one of our pieces of fish
Which really was simple to make. I will say
right
that.
there. And then a little bit of our fresh carrots.
Have to have those.
You can either go on top or we'll put those right on the top there like that.
Beautiful. Chef, we're diving in.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much
Thank
for coming
you.
in this
Thanks so
morning.
much.